Hey there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. Today I'm going to show you how to make these really cute hair pretties. See, they're made from felt. They're really sweet little barrettes. I feel like I should be in a garden, fluttering around with all the flowers. I feel like a magical fairy. Woo! Oh, I'm silly. Today's video is sponsored by Paper Mart, your best source for packaging and more. You can check them out online at www.papermart.com. That's where I got this really cute little packaging pillow box and also the little clips that we're going to use to make these barrettes today. So let's check it out. This project is really easy. The first thing we're using are these alligator clips, and they're very affordable. These are the 4.5 centimeter long clips. They make some that are a little bit longer and a little bit shorter. These are $5 for a package of 100, so very affordable. And the little pillow boxes that we're using, and I can show you one here all packaged up. These are $7.50 for a package of 50, and they have the little tab. You can get them without the tab, but I like it with the tab because I can hang them up on my booth in my craft fair, or if I want to give it for a gift, I can just fold that part down, which is really handy. And I'm going to show you how to fold these without creasing the box, too, before we're done. Other than that, you're going to need some felt. You're going to need some scissors that are for fabric and ribbon. I keep a special pair that's just for cloth and ribbon. If you had any wavy or scallop fabric scissors, those might be nice too to have. I'm just using regular ones. You need some cardstock for your packaging. I just used some pattern cardstock from the Be Mine stack from Die Cuts with a View, and you can get 9 storage panels for each sheet, so that's also very affordable. You'll need a hot glue gun and glue, and I think that's just about it. So the first thing you're going to do is cut a square of felt roughly about 3 inches. Now I'm going to show you one of these flowers. I started this with like a 5-inch square felt, and it's really pretty, but it's a little too thick to fit my packaging. So I'm going to do the smaller ones, like these little ribbon flowers here. So what you want to do is cut a circle or a wavy circle. I kind of like the wavy circle because it's going to give you a little bit more petal-like swirls. It's just like how we did the roses out of paper the other day. If you watched that YouTube video of mine, I had the English roses tutorial. Well, this is basically the same thing except we're using felt. And if you just want to cut it in a regular spiral, that's perfectly fine. That'll still look very nice. Alright, so we've got our spiral, and what you want to do is start on the outside. So you want to start at this outside edge and start rolling it up into a tight coil pretty much. And just roll until you get to the middle. Very easy stuff. I love felt because it doesn't fray, so you don't have to worry about any raw edges. It's very inexpensive. I'm just using craft store felt, you know, the 25 cents a sheet type of felt. You could use wool felt. That would be very pretty. But the craft store felt that's cheaper works just fine. Alright, so I'm getting a generous amount of glue at the bottom of that spiral, and then I'm just going to press this over, and that's going to buffer against the heat, and I'm just going to hold that for a couple minutes while it dries. Not even a couple of minutes while it cools. And you can see I've got a really pretty flower there. I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to make the leaf that I'm going to glue directly onto the alligator clip. So there's 2 ways to do leaves, and I'm going to show you both of them. First, I like to start with a rectangle about the size of the leaf that I want. Whoop. And then just trim it into a leaf shape. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, so that's one way to do it. Or if you had a die cut of it, you could just die cut them, but they're so easy to cut. The other way is a double leaf, which is really pretty, and you simply cut it a little bit longer, skinnier of a strip, and you fold it in half. This will keep it symmetrical, and then just cut out a leaf shape. Just making sure you don't cut all the way through that fold on the folded edge. And that will give you a double leaf shape. Looks like a mustache. Ooh! You can make some mustaches. Ooh, wouldn't that be fun? And make a package of mustaches to sell with your flowers. Oh, I'm getting off track. What a surprise! Alright, so what I'm going to do is glue this single leaf, because I'm going to make one to match this flower. And glue this single leaf right to the length of this alligator clip. So simply put a bead of hot glue. I'm using the low temperature, so even if it gets on my fingers, it's not going to be a tragedy. Nobody wants a hot glue tragedy. Don't burn your hands off, as always. My rule of thumb, my one piece of advice to impart on you is not to burn your hands off. And then I'm going to put a gob of glue, and I'm going to glue this a little bit closer to the end, the kind of part you pinch to open it. Just like so. Alright. And just set that aside to cool. So So to package these up, you want to take a piece of a 4-inch square of cardstock. Now my boxes are 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, but it fits the 4-inch square perfectly, because when you fold it up and you squeeze it in, you lose a little bit of your width. So that makes the 4 by 4 paper fit just right. So what I'm doing is I've got an X-Acto knife and a little ruler. I love to use a metal ruler for this, but this plastic one will be just fine. My metal ruler is really long, so I'd be poking myself in the gut if I tried to cut with that one. And I'm just setting this ruler right on the 2-inch mark. That's right in the middle of my paper. And I'm just going to give it probably like a 2-inch slit here. If you kind of tip your sharp edge of your blade away from the plastic, just ever so slightly, you won't gouge up your ruler. And then to display this, I'm simply going to pinch the end to open it and put it right in like that. And I could face the other one the opposite way or the same way. It doesn't really matter. That there's no glue exposed, so I can glue that right in there. It's actually cool, I think. Is it? Well, cool. It's cool enough. It's not completely cool, but it's not going to get glue on my packaging. So spread them apart a little bit, make them look pleasing. If you need to make your slit a little bit longer, you can. And then to put the box together, now I'm actually going to show you on a box. I haven't started yet. They come wrapped up in this this kind of plasticky glassine so they don't get scratched up before you get them, which is really nice. I love the way they package the stuff from Paper Mart. They want to make sure that you're not going to have any problems with it when you get it in the mail, which is wonderful. So first you want to kind of just loosen it up by squeezing the sides. Then you want to get your fingers in the box. Make sure your hands are clean. You don't want to get any oils on the box. You want to get your fingers in there and bend it right on that score mark. Because if you just kind of fold over the edge, you might end up making a white crease somewhere else in the box. So you just want to get really close to where you want to fold it and push it in. Once it's folded, it holds really well. You don't need any adhesive, which is nice. Now if I was going to wrap this as a gift, I might line it with a little tissue paper or some paper shred first before I put my my barrettes in there, but I want this actually to hang on a peg at my craft fair booth. So I'm going to leave this part up and I'm going to fold on the score line just the way I did on the other one, so I don't end up with a white crease where I don't want it. And you can see how well that holds in place. I know it's clear and kind of invisible, but once I slide our little thing in here. Oh, another tip, when I'm doing a craft fair, I write the prices on the back in pencil. So this pretty little packaging we have, the person can erase that before they give it to somebody, and they still get to keep the pretty useful packaging. So that's my little craft fair tip, is always price your stuff, but price it in pencil so people can erase it when they're done. If you need to trim it out a little bit, you can. Oh, but that fits really perfectly, I think. Slide it up just a little bit. Then you fold this front piece down, and there you go. It's easy, it's fun, and it's a great party favorite. It's a great little gift and craft fair item. I want to thank Paper Mart for sponsoring this video today. You can find them online at www.papermart.com, where we make you look even better. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.